my third cardio session in for the day. Hoping we have a really good productive one here. Want to get a little more done while we're still fasted. I do have an engagement here early afternoon I have to sort, but we're going to get this cardio done. And yeah, hopefully this is a good stream. Hopefully keep a good connection. I'm on the Wi-Fi. We had it cut out yesterday afternoon in spite of the Wi-Fi, and I think that was YouTube's in because I have a strong signal. Then I have the cellular for backup out there. It is in and out a little bit this time of day, but I have the Wi-Fi, so hopefully we're good with this being earlier in the morning. Hit those likes as soon as you get in, and let's get this flowing, guys. Hopefully this is a nice, good, solid number of views, but if not the end of the world. I may squeeze in another one of these, obviously, this afternoon, depending on how long I hit here, how I feel. Because again, at the end of the day, man, we just got to keep getting leaner, right? Not like I have plenty of size, not even worried there. Again, you guys kind of see that thumbnail in this one of where I'm at. I'm in a good spot. First comment, first like, appreciate it, Peppermint. Thank you, man. You're always in here, bro. I went ahead and shaved. I missed a spot right there. I got to go touch the head up later. You got that crown. If you keep commenting, Peppermint, you keep the crown. So it's going to be about total engagement through the stream. Greetings again, Coach. What's up, us, man? Man, people wanted to argue in the one earlier. I don't even want to get into PED arguments, man. People literally, this is why we have problems in the sports and lifting world. But yeah, I had been taking that down with the clippers. I went ahead and took it all the way off. The psoriasis and skin was getting really bad there. When I lose weight and I'm losing body fat, it gets even worse. I've noticed that historically. Anytime I'm cutting, my skin just goes crazy. So we'll just take it all off. All right, we'll take it all off. But in the meantime, hopefully those views come up. Greetings again. I got a haircut as well today, Coach. Awesome, Peppermint. So, yep. Would a 5x5 translate to a 10 rep max? What do you mean, us, man? I don't understand the question. Hit the likes up. Tell them, Peppermint. What do you think about Greg and his lackey? What are you talking about? Hey, Kevin, you're going to have to be more specific. I don't know who these people are, actually. Who's Hussein? Saddam Hussein? I'm not trolling you, by the way. I'm actually dead serious. I've never known of anyone named Hussein other than Saddam, like from Iraq. So, I don't know who that is. Hey, do you even, let's not go there again. I'm going to completely ignore that comment. Yeah, you guys got to be specific. There's multiple Gregs in the fitness industry. I can think of about 7, and I don't know anyone named Hussein. Okay, thank you. Hussein is a guy who Greg Doucette. See, you guys got to be very specific with these questions. Don't assume I know who Greg or Alan or Steve or John or Peter. Like, you guys can't do that. Come on. Thank you. I've never heard of him. So next, what do you mean exposed? Everyone knows Greg admitted all that trend and other stuff. I have no context. Why don't you guys ever link me this stuff on social media? All these news stories y'all ask about, you guys will come to my stream and ask me, but you don't ever, no one tells me. So if you guys should link me these news stories ahead of time, like on Facebook or Instagram, and say, hey, Coach, this is what's going on in the industry. Give me a 411, send me a link. Because otherwise, you guys are my source of this information. Because I don't follow any of the fitness stuff like that. I don't see it. So my fans are my source. You guys got to send it to me. Even all my current events back in the day, that was stuff everyone was sending to me all the time that they wanted me to cover. This is what's going on. I had all these people who kept me in the loop. Nobody does that anymore. Dude, I feel like right now, if Greg Doucette dropped dead, I wouldn't find out till a live stream. Like, nobody would message me, like, you know. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so I have no thoughts on it because I've never heard of Hussein. Next, hi Jason, hit like, appreciate it, man. So if we send you stuff, Coach, well, Peppermint, Maybe, I'm not saying I will discuss it, but if you think that I need to know about it or it's a topic, like if you're going to ask me about it in a live stream, you definitely need to send it to me ahead of time, because otherwise, how do I know? Like, if you want to know about a guy named Hussein, you should probably link me who Hussein is ahead of time. Does a 5 sets of 5 rep max calculator for formula to calculate what? Us men. I don't understand what you're asking me. You can calculate a 10 rep max based on a 5 rep max, yes. You can't always go the other direction, but if you were to go to a rep max calculator and find your 5 rep max, you could probably pretty closely estimate your 10 rep max off of it, if that makes sense. Here you coach. Kevin says, there you go. Cole said, you linked me something on social media. I'll check it out here later. Yeah, otherwise I don't know. I've never heard of Hussein in my life. Keep in mind, I don't actually watch Greg, right? Like, you guys think I want to stand around watching Greg Doucette? Come on. I mean, I can't think of a more massive use of 10 minutes of my day. Are the rep calculators specific to each exercise? Yes. Yes, to some extent. Right? So let's see where you possibly sent it to me. Definitely not Instagram. Let's see if he sent it on Facebook. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I got to go check a friend request. It's for a call I have scheduled here later. All right, cool. All right, so let's come over. Example, someone can bench 100 kilograms for 5x5. How could someone calculate a 1 rep max? I plug it in as a 6 rep max on a calculator and then see where the 10 rep max is on the calculator. You don't need a specific calculator for that. Just go to any of the standard ones. When we say strength curve, what do we mean by that curve? The curve top to bottom. You don't know what strength curve means? A strength curve means that some exercises, the resistance profile changes from the top to the bottom, right, based upon joint angle specificity. Coach, what is your best squat during this cut? So far, I hit 405 for 4 the other day. That's the heaviest I've gone since I started cutting. I did 4 reps of 405 on Tuesday, but I just did sets of 5 yesterday with 365. Just did them nice and deep. All right, I had an idea. So strength curves obviously change with accommodating resistance or certain machines. That's kind of the why we discussed that, right? For the average person, it's probably not really a relevant conversation. If we're talking extreme stuff like rates of force production for powerlifting or something, it could definitely matter. Is there any specific person who inspired you to get into lifting? Who talked me into it? Like one of my cousins said, hey, let's go work out, dude. And went to the gym. Or do you mean like inspirations out there in the world? Probably Arnold Schwarzenegger, like everybody else. I mean, Arnold had got everyone. Like my whole generation, everyone who started lifting, go look at all the guys from my generation. And it's pretty ubiquitous. Yeah, dude, Arnold, man. All those movies. Because we grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger, plus no, pumping iron didn't inspire. Peppermint, pumping iron did not inspire a whole generation, I don't think. Not mine. It was all the action movies. Conan, Predator, right? That's what got guys in. Guys saw Arnold in Commando, Conan, Predator, the action hero stuff, like, oh man, I gotta go work out, right? Most of us didn't learn about pumping iron. I didn't, and most people I know, until we were already lifting later. Then we found out about it. What is your favorite exercise to max on deadlift? Absolutely deadlift. I mean, I could say bench, pretty close second. Exercises I don't like maxing out on, the back squat. Mando is nuts. Terminator, there you go, Terminator. I forgot. How did I forget Terminator? Right, that inspired people. Absolutely. Get them likes up, guys. There we go. Getting them likes flowing. Keep them likes flowing for Daddy. Dean, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Peppermint, you lost your crown. What happened? You're number 2. You're the prince. You're no longer the king. You better get on top of it. How do you develop the MMA physique of lifting weights, cardio? A little bit of that there, cell tech. They're all on gear too. So a little test, a little growth, a lot of lifting, a lot of conditioning work. I don't know. I commented more than Usman. He still, I don't know why he got that crown, Peppermint. You got to get on top of it, man. How do you get that? He stole your crown. That's not right. You might have to super chat. All right. All right. That's funny that it literally told us in the memo they sent me for the select people getting the beta test. Super chats apply towards the crown point. They literally go have people buy their way up to those crowns of these things. YouTube, man. I'm going back to the drawing board to try and work out how to get back my crown. Reporting in from the gym. Awesome nutbag. What'd you train today, brother? What you train? What are you doing? What'd you work on? Let's hear it. Does regular jogging disrupt muscle growth? Jogging? Probably not light jogging. Might beat your knees up a little though. That's why I don't do it. Less cardio is generally not going to be a big problem. Right? I mean, yes, if we're creating a large enough calorie deficit like I'm doing right now, I'm doing like 1,000 calorie deficit or more just from cardio every day. That's going to do it, sure. But otherwise, no. No, generally less cardio, lighter cardio, if you're in good shape already and you're eating the calories, not going to be a problem. Does it make sense to load up on protein during a workout? No. No, not really. I've been training fasted forever and still made gains, guys. You're 3rd now, Peppermint. How'd that happen, man? These people are stealing. They done stole your thunder. I don't know how you can get it back, man. You're going to have to stay on top of it. How did nutback, I say? Incline dumbbell, weighted pull-ups, cable laterals, machine rows, and some biceps, triceps. Cool. No, you didn't do any big barbell stuff? You just went straight to incline dumbbell. Weighted pull-ups, though, that counts. You didn't do the other big stuff, though. Still, it works. You'll still get solid exercise choices. I can't hate on it. I'm just giving you a hard time about not benching. Otherwise, it's actually pretty good. I advocated my throwing, coach. How'd that happen? Is your way to turn it off or something? What happened there? I don't know, man. Not me. I'm not feeling bench users. Okay, fair enough. I wonder how that happened. It just happened. Well, stay on top of it, man. I'm sure it'll give it back. I don't know. The memo was kind of weird. I wish you could do normal weighted pull-ups, but they bother my shoulder. I have to use a neutral grip. Hey, Robbie, but you know what? That's fair. I don't see an issue with that. Like, if one style of pull-up grip bothers your shoulder, but another doesn't, well, then you know what you need to train, right? They're still great. I mean, a neutral grip pull-up is a phenomenal exercise, right? Dude, neutral grip pull-ups are great. I'm not going to hate on them. I just prefer the overhand grip. I feel my back a lot more and it's easier on my shoulders. I feel like the neutral grip is harder on my shoulders personally, sometimes. But it's still a great movement. I might even work it back in at some point just to do it because it's a good movement. No, I think they're great. Especially if it's personally more shoulder friendly for you. If you personally feel better shoulder health on a neutral grip, I'd do it all day long, man. Well, not literally. If you're 6 sets a week protocol video, would 2 workouts of pull-ups be okay? Yeah, of course they would. I mean, that's what I'm doing for lots right now. I mean, I made that video weeks ago. Let me be clear. But even right now, for my big upper body, I'm just doing 3 sets of bench and 3 sets of pull-ups twice a week. But I'm filling in a lot of pullovers and curls and all that. But I'm also cutting. I'm just pushing those things hard enough to try to keep the muscle I have and try to do enough bicep work that I'm just dreaming and hoping to gain a little bicep on my cut. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna keep hope alive. I know the hamstring was only cramping yesterday because I did 2 heavy sets of deadlifts and then a bunch of reverse hypers. Probably that novel response of changing the style on the reverse hyper again. Coach, would you ever train in a commercial gym again? Maybe one day. I don't have a need to right now. It's like I have a really good home gym, at the moment. But if I had to move in a situation where I needed to put it in a storage or something for a bit and a move transition, which it's eventually going to happen. I'm not going to live here forever. Yeah, I might have to or something at some point, but I'd rather not, just for filming purposes. Now, if I was not an influencer, I hate that term. If I was not a fitness content creator, see how much better that sounds. Again, I hate that term, influencer. It's so pretentious, right? It's so pretentious. Like, I feel like if I call myself an influencer, that I need to flush my toilet with sparkling mineral water or something, It's pretentious. That's the best way to describe it. It's a pretentious ass term. I really do feel like it's like, oh man, we got to flush the toilet with sparkling mineral water since we're an influencer. Jesus Christ. What do y'all eat? Most of them aren't influencing anybody. What are they talking about? But benching one day with a neutral bar and push-ups the other to be enough shoulder issue. I don't know about push-ups, dude. Seriously, push-ups is a primary for your chesticles. Unless you 400 pounds, I'm not seeing it. But you do influence people, but to call someone an influencer is strange. I know I do influence people, but the term, the term just rubs me the wrong way, Mainly because, it's so arrogant and pretentious to call yourself one. That's the problem. We're just people on a screen, guys. We're just making content. Rufio says, hey, Coach, what's up, Rufio? How you doing, bro? Skillet. You keeping it real, man? Says Harry Man versus Harry Cell. All right. Like drop for daddy. Appreciate it, man. Carol says, Jason, 100 kilograms, 6'2" lean is enough for 2. No, dude, 100 kilos at 6'2" lean is solid. Dude, nobody's going to call you small. Nobody in their right mind is going to call that small. Guys, dude just asked, he's 6'2", 100 kilos, that's 220 pounds, lean, reasonably lean. That's not small. Good to see some regulars in today. Right? Carol, how do you think you look to the average person walking down the street with those stats? Seriously, you ask if you're too small, you've been in public, right? Right? Hey, Peppermint, good to see you in here. I think he was in at least one of them. I had 2 of them already, though. He was in one for sure. I know for sure he was in one. I was getting my hair cut. He was getting his hair cut, guys. I did too, man. Look at that. I missed a spot. Right? Back there on the unicrown. Actually, I missed some more. I can feel it. I got to hit that whole area. Oh, man. Oh, well. It was just to get the beard down, finally. I've just been taking the clippers to it while the skin's been healing, and I went ahead and finally took that razor to it. Got to look all beautiful. Then I look like, I don't know, man. I don't always know about that shaved look. It's just not masculine when you don't got some fur on your face, man. Be like, does he look like a bitch? When I was getting my haircut out of the rain, bro, I'm 6'1", 78 kilos, and the average people think I'm big. Yeah, exactly. Grow what out for a few months. My ring back here, I look like that guy from Back to the Future. Why don't you go with Clippers blade? Because I want to take it all the way down. Also, people have a hard time bulking. I can easily eat 4,000 calories. Exactly right. I totally feel you, Robbie. I have no problem with that. We start adding healthy fats. Oh, man. Allspasm, that seems insane. Why would a 5'9" guy be ashamed of his height? You do know that's a national average in America, and that's tall around the world at the international level. That's a dumbass question. I'm not being mean, but think about how silly that is. That's like someone who makes the average median income in America being ashamed of their income. What? 50% of the guys on the street are shorter than you. 40% are walking down the street. What are you talking about? So, all right. Do you ever sumo deadlift at all? Occasionally. I haven't been lately. I mean, no, definitely. If you watched when I was doing conjugate again for a while, I alternated 3-week waves of speed pull, sumo, and conventional. I did at least a couple of sumo type maxes. I hope Blaha will still be creating content for the next decades. Hey, let's see. So, high inflation because of dating standards. What do you mean high inflation? Yeah, it's weird. If your dudes are not understanding, yeah. If you're 5'9", you can just say you're 5'11", like I really should have done that. I took the clippers to the fur. I actually took a number 1 to it to trim it thinner. I had been growing it out. Scott says, yeah, don't worry about something you can't change. Exactly. If you're allowed, I don't see why dudes worry about it. They can't change it. If you allow your appetite to take over and eating whatever it desired, how fast would you get back to 300 pounds? So if I just didn't track anything and just ate to appetite and just ate whatever I wanted, I'd probably be 300 pounds in less than 9 months. Right? How's the cut going? It's coming, dude. We've been losing 2 pounds a week pretty consistently. Waist is smaller, slowly getting tighter. Yeah, no point stressing over something that isn't your fault or can't control. Exactly, guys. It's silly. Why dudes even worry about it? Especially to be ashamed of it. Are you serious, dude? Oh, 300 pounds in a year. Well, I mean, that's just what happens. I know because anytime I've just eaten whatever I want, I'm going to gain, probably the maximum rate of fat the human body will do, about 2 pounds a week, right? The upper threshold. Because, I mean, if I just ate whatever I want till I felt full every day, that's what, 6,000-7,000 calories? You know, you figure that's a whole large pizza every day. I mean, that's how I used to eat when I was over 300 when I was younger. My average day back then, like it was normal for me to order a large pizza and a 2-liter of soda for dinner on an average night when I was over 300 pounds and before I got into fitness. That was just a normal day for me. Right? So you figure I probably ate 6,000-7,000 calories. You know, when I was like 19 years old, do you think it's inherently bad to squat with externally rotated feet? No. Hey coach, what's up, caveman Lewis? How do you fix interior pelvic tilt? Do you need to fix your interior pelvic tilt? Rob? That's the question. You may not need to fix it. Box squats though. Box squats are a start. Work on those, that'll help. Box squats are a start. So, Jakor, if it's inherently bad to squat with external rotation, particularly of the hip because you have your feet turned out to do it, then all my state records on the squat were inherently bad. My 500-pound squat that I did on camera in January here is inherently bad because that's what I do. How to fix tight hamstrings, deep stretch movements, right? Deep Romanian deadlifts will help. Coach is a boring guy, but I'm not going to lie. I say some interesting stuff in these vlogs. All right, fair enough. I guess so. I just don't understand the obsession trolls or other people have me. I'm really not as interesting as they make me out to be. They've had to really create large amounts of evidence of things that they think I've done that aren't true in order to keep me interesting. Because otherwise, I just wouldn't be interesting enough for them to obsess over. I just wouldn't. I'm way more boring than people think. But I mean, if you can create enough crazy stuff that's not really true, it sounds more interesting. You know, he's done this or that behind the scenes, and it's like this whole list of like 6 or 7 things that aren't true. Coach, you should just make fan fiction. Yeah, it's just all fan fiction, really. But then there's whole just legacies of stuff I never actually did that I'm literally accused of. That people really they really think I did it, but they just made it up. They literally just made it up. I'm not going to go down the list, but some of you see this stuff now. Just not based on reality. And the stuff that I have done that they really would be able to jump on me over, they actually don't realize. And so that's what's funny. They make up crazy stuff. And then the stuff that they really could use, I kept it hidden if they don't really know about it. So it's just, they've created their own little story. So yeah. It's like that name, Coach, I just made it up. There you go. Crazy people actually have the time to troll other people. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. What are you going to do? I mean, hell, some of them come in the streams every day. Every single day. What are you going to do then? All right, let's get over to real topics, though. Rob, fix your tight hamstrings. Deep stretch Romanian deadlifts, keeping your back in the correct position, don't round it, will eventually help. That's a really good cure. That'll get it done over time. Because keep in mind, guys, stretching itself for people who are already lifting doesn't do much of anything. You have to have loaded stretches, like with progressive overload, or you don't see anything. Coach, what flavor of water are you drinking? Right? Okay. Increasing the size of my calf will give me a massive metabolic advantage. All right. Oh, man. Yeah. What do you mean it's pretty wild? A1, that's pretty well supported in the scientific literature. Jason, for hamstring, good mornings or just do deadlifts? You can do both. Deadlifts do a pretty decent job, though. Randy, let's make my hamstrings sore for like 5 days. I guess I have to work them more. There you go. And the 250 bench, 300 squat club now, but it ain't much, but it's honest work. Hey, Spasm, there's no shame in that. Huber says it's good to look at vast distance things like natural stuff to balance narrow. What? Huberman's crazy. Anyways, you literally said that in the last vlog. I get what you're saying, but I think it's very significant. What do you mean? It adds up a lot, dude. Calf size, when it comes to calorie burn and energy output for any endurance, is well understood in the literature. This is well documented. Let's get some likes going, guys. We've only got 30 views and only 13 likes. Hey guys, give me just a minute. I will be right back, I promise. All right, I'm back. All right. Finds I increase deadlift max getting into groove and digging it makes or breaks the lift. Could you build your back with just body weight pull-ups? I mean, in theory, sure. He'll be right back, guys. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. We all good? Yeah, we're good. Said something going on outside. Heard some noise. I needed to go check it out. I don't disagree, but what study is comparing calf sizes between different people? So A1, are we really going to argue the fact that for people who are choosing to build their calves to help burn more calories with less cardio is a bad idea? Come on. I don't think it's wild at all. Those pull-ups, what? Card, I have no idea what you just wrote. All right. Yeah, I don't see how that's a wild statement at all. Calf swing weight, calf muscle can be a very, very big advantage when doing list cardio over time for calorie burn. Hey, I learned about you when you were back when a lot of drama happened. There were things about you that I didn't like, but I wanted to express respect for the strong perseverance. Thanks for some useful info. All right, you're welcome, man. I'm currently able to do 4 reps for 55 pounds on a pull-up at 160 body weight. No. You're able to do weighted pull-ups. How's that week? No, calves aren't mostly genetic. Have you not looked at the studies on calf growth? So, not saying they don't have a massive genetic component, but growth itself, it's not genetic. Starting size is genetic. All right. Assault bike versus treadmill. I don't see the point of the assault bikes. I don't like treadmills either, though. Are you doing lists? Yes, I'm doing lists. Yes, I am doing lists. Hold on. Just because people don't understand what we're doing, we are riding the bike on a fairly high setting. So yeah, we're doing this. We're at almost 3 hours for the morning before food. Yeah, well, it says cardio in the vlog, in the title. So yeah, we're at almost 3 hours. And then I can eat breakfast. And then I have some stuff to do. I may do another one of these later. Bonus cardio is never a bad thing when we're cutting. You think you're going to grow? Yeah, I think you can. It absolutely adds up, A1. So even if it's 20 calories a day, that's meaningful over time. All right, quads look thick. Appreciate it, man. Would ankle or wrist weight help burn more calories? Maybe in theory. I guess if you had smaller calves, it might. Arch back pull-ups when nips point. What are you talking about? No, how do you can't. There's no way your nips are going to point towards the ceiling. What are you talking about, Cart? There's an elite lifter in his late 40s who genetically has big calves. Yeah, I think adding any calf size potentially useful. And even then, it will help prevent them from shrinking, which is also good. All right. Well, A1, that's fine, man. You know what? You want to stand here and argue with me about it, you can get the fuck out of my stream. I mean, it's not that hard, dude. Get out of here. I ain't got time for that. I think he means just pull-ups where you raise your torso. I don't know what he's talking about. How to not have a poverty bench. Build your pecs and triceps. Learn to bench correctly. Be consistent with it over time. Fix your form. Build the muscles. Work your upper back for better stability. I did a lot of stair climbs during break at work in a tall building for cardio. I had a nice effect of giving me bigger calves than heavy calf raises. Okay, cool. Yep, Rufio, he's banned. What does behind the head press build? I feel triceps on them. Behind the head press. Okay, so you're behind the neck overhead pressing. It builds delts, builds traps, builds triceps. But I mean, really is a shoulder exercise. It really is a shoulder exercise more than anything else. You know, that coach band hammer though. Yep. I mean, we just don't play with all that nonsense. No, it's just a great shoulder exercise in general. Obviously, there's going to be all presses build triceps to some extent, right? So it's not unusual to feel triceps on any type of press. They're always going to be a primary mover, but it really is a good shoulder exercise. In theory, the behind the neck is going to work a little more, possibly side and rear delt than a front press, and that's the idea, right? That's the idea. That's what's going on with it. That's what we're doing. All right, trying to think of the total time we got here. Could you ever been involved in a spontaneous bench off at the gym? Of course, everybody has, in my generation. I think I missed the answer to my bicep curls question. I don't know if I missed it. I didn't see a bicep curl question. That bag. All right, guys, we hit our 3 hours for the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and wind this down. I got stuff to get done. I will probably do another one of these later tonight, so talk to you guys next time.